Now, everything in that movie would probably still be the same, but except different. But in Tokyo SOS, things will probably be much different. Instead of them playing out very similar to the film, things will probably be extremely different. Because, well, it's all known that Godzilla keeps on getting bigger and stronger in each movie that he's in. Let's look at the Heisei Godzilla series, for example. Well, Godzilla kept on getting bigger and bigger in that movie, and the same thing was said for his son, Godzilla Jr. Until eventually, Godzilla Jr. became a full-grown adult Godzilla. Now, most likely Godzilla 2000 would probably get bigger and bigger in each movie if the Millennium series chose to continue the story of Godzilla 2000 instead of just rebooting the franchise, like rebooting the series 4 times. We could say that probably Godzilla 2000, like in Godzilla Reborn, was probably the same size as it was in Godzilla 2000, but in Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, he's slightly a bit bigger, let's say maybe around 60 meters or maybe 55 meters tall, but I would like to say at least probably 55 meters tall. In Giant Monster Solar Attack, he's the same size as GMK Godzilla. And against Mechagodzilla, he's around 65 meters, but now in this movie, he is now 70 meters. Which means that the G-Force, or the military, will have to make Mechagodzilla bigger. Because now that Godzilla is bigger, they have to make Mechagodzilla even more bigger. They have to make him at least the same size with Godzilla, as Godzilla, because, well, if they keep Mechagodzilla the way he is, Godzilla will flat out probably destroy Kiryu. And let's not forget the fact that Godzilla 2000 is actually kind of pretty smart. Because in Godzilla 2000, he actually knew what Orga was trying to do. Because he stopped and watched as Orga opened up his big mouth, and Godzilla knew what Orga was tempting him to do. And how the way that Godzilla 2000 solved that problem was by simply glowing and blowing himself up and killing Orga. So I would say that Godzilla 2000 is pretty smart, and instead of going straight to Japan, he would be getting more energy to make himself more stronger and more powerful. And we could say that in this version of Godzilla Tokyo SOS, Kiryu is actually struggling to fight Godzilla because Godzilla's been consuming a lot of nuclear energy to make himself more powerful. We can even see that Mothra struggles here, but as well. And even the larvas might struggle. And the only way that the military managed to win was by knocking Godzilla out and just kind of using Kiryu to take Godzilla 2000 into the sea. Now, there has been the debate about the 1954 Godzilla being the father of, well, Kiryu Goji. Now, would he be the father of Millennium Goji in this universe, or will he be something more like an old friend, or maybe even a rival? It would be an interesting idea to see the 1954 Godzilla and Godzilla 2000 being like friends, but I think it would be better if they were rivals. So Godzilla 2000 is not only attacking Kiryu out of pure rage and anger for what he did to him, it's because Godzilla 2000 knows that that this Mechagodzilla has the skeleton of his old, long-dead rival. And within a way, this practically means that his long-dead rival is back from the dead. And this is not going well with Godzilla. Now, most likely Godzilla's final words would probably be the same. The only difference is that the timeline is when Godzilla appeared. Because we never quite get full information on where Godzilla 2000 really came from. Because if we really look back at it, the movie never mentions on where this Godzilla come from. They never mention where he came from, or he just flat out came out of nowhere. Because in the other movies, we kind of get hints on where this Godzilla came from. Like in the Heisei era, it was mentioned that this Godzilla was probably like a second member of the species, and he's rather a friend or maybe just a random member of the species of, well, Godzillasaurus, or maybe he was a Godzillasaurus and not the same Godzilla from the 1954 film. And the same thing is with the freaking Kirigoji. Kirigoji is widely believed to be the son of the 1954 Godzilla, which at first I didn't really believe that. I thought he was like a grandfather or maybe just another member of the species, but I never actually thought he would actually be the father of Kirigoji. So, yeah. So maybe in Godzilla Final Wars we actually get a bit of insight into Godzilla 2000's origin story. Like maybe we get an idea of where he came from. Or maybe his origin story could be rather one similar to Heisei Godzilla, where he was a dinosaur, or maybe just simply an ancient creature that was in hibernation, but the nuclear bombs woke him up. And ever since then, Godzilla's been attacking humanity for their nuclear powers, and because, well, Godzilla does not like them. Like I said, maybe the rest of the movie could be the same, and maybe the film could end with Millennium Goji forgiving mankind and just leaving them alone from now on. And Manila could be the adopted son to Millennium Goji. This would be a very interesting idea to see Godzilla 2000 being the continuation of the Millennium Era. Because like I said, I found it very confusing that the Millennium Era rebooted 4 times in the Millennium Era, because like we get different Godzillas. But we don't get one Godzilla, unlike in the Heisei Era, because in the Heisei Era we already know that it's just the same Godzilla from the previous movie. But in the Millennium Era, it's kind of different. We kind of get to see different versions of Godzilla. And they're not the same guy. They're just different. So, yeah, there you go. There's my What If Godzilla 2000 continued the Millennium series of, well, Godzilla. Well, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this What If? Do you think the Millennium Era would have been a bit more interesting if Godzilla 2000 continued the Millennium Era? But in a way, this would kind of make him, if this What If actually did happen, it would actually make Godzilla 2000 another most powerful Godzilla. Because Kirigoji was pretty damn OP for surviving the absolute zero cannon at point blank range. And with Godzilla Final Wars being pretty damn OP. So in a way, this would make Godzilla 2000 another extremely powerful Godzilla. If anything, he'll be right up there with legendary Godzilla, which was actually a very interesting idea to actually talk about, let alone imagine. That would be very interesting. But yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this what if? Do you think that the Millennium series of Godzilla would have continued with Godzilla 2000, or do you just prefer how the way the Millennium series is currently right now? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.